Goodbye, smartphones. Hello, Pin. Hello, house robot. And ChatGPT doesn't have, but is a soul. Welcome to Soul Spa University, where your souls can run free and your minds are free to expand. Today, I will be giving you the absolute latest on these topics, all right here and more. But first, it helps my content to you tremendously if you can please click that like button really quick and subscribe to be a part of our family and not miss out on the news that they're not telling you, and share to help our channel survive. Just a reminder, there is a donation link in the description box. Just any little bit helps to know that someone somewhere is listening. There is a list of services I'm still available for in the description box. And just a disclaimer that I'm more likely to see your messages on Soul Spa University's Instagram than the email. Okay, jumping right in. This AI news is probably the craziest we have yet. I know I have news. Tommy has news. This is nuts. I don't know who's going to go first. I'm just going to jump in, Tommy, and you can respond. But basically, okay. So they're saying goodbye to smartphones. An AI pin is out that just clips onto you, and can like send and receive messages, but you don't type, you speak into it, and it projects things onto your hand.
Well, that's not great,
The
especially since everybody's going to be walking around just mumbling to themselves and you can't hear a word you're saying.
Yeah. The company
Everybody.
Humane is owns it, and Sam Altman has backed it up starting December. They will be released March of 2024. And yeah, I just feel like it's even more integrated now, and it's to supposedly help people not look at screens as much, but now it's like you are the screen. That's how I feel.
Also, it's going to be collecting data from you. I mean, our phones already collect data from us, but imagine a phone back. Well, I guess they all are. I don't know. It's going to be collecting a lot of information. That thing is going to be seeing where you walk, listening to who you talk to.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, our phones do that now, but I don't guess it's the same. No, it's still going to be annoying. You're constantly going to be walking around trying to enjoy nature, and then you have some freaking idiot be like, yeah, I don't know when I can make it there. Oh, yeah, no, I could I could try to get there by train, but no. What? What, Susan said that? Oh my God. Oh my
Well,
God.
okay. So it's going to observe your behavior and actually tell you if someone that you think is intrusive or that you think is intrusive is calling you. So at this point, it's like getting so close to making decisions for you.
Doesn't our phone already do that? Doesn't it already say like spam call?
Yeah, but this is worse. This is worse. Um, so yeah, this is crazy. I know that the creators of this, because I saw something about this last year, they actually worked for Apple for the longest time. They're a married couple. They kept this under their belt, and then they either quit or got fired one at a time. The wife, I think, followed him shortly after and came out with this. So this is crazy. Now, speaking of Apple, they people think they're behind in the AI race. They might be the dark horse in it because everybody's all about this Chat GPT, this, that, the other. Chat GPT is going to be in this new pin. Okay. However, okay, and I have crazy news about Chat GPT in a second. I know you have crazy news as well. But Apple wants the AI experience to be a little more integrated so that somebody doesn't have to go and change their habits to, adapt this app of ChatGPT or whatever. It's going to be like more integrated into the phone, which sounds great, but also a little more scary. Like the more integrated these things are getting, it's like, where's the difference between our body and them? So speaking of ChatGPT, apparently a hacker hacked into it and looked at the code of it. And according to him, this technological genius hacker, the code is a human soul. So basically, the theory is that they have the technology to put souls into technology. So apparently, like scientists or whoever's like such a good brain, they don't want to like lose if they were like dying, say, they can put like the souls into technology. This is
What?
apparently what's going on.
How? Wait, what? I don't understand. That doesn't make sense. How? First of all, I, great that the guy knows how to hack stuff, but how the hell does he tell the? How can you? How do you know a human soul? Like
I
you
know,
know DNA?
I know. It's really confusing.
That's very confusing.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's the word on the street. So we'll get back to that in a second, but I'm eager to hear your news. You said there's gonna be robots in the house?
Oh yes. So you know Toyotas? You know
Oh,
the car Toyota.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Toyotas are now um creating. Oh, I have two things actually. Sorry, I forgot about the other one.
Yeah.
But Toyotas are creating a robot with an AI, advanced AI system that will watch you and learn your household. It's supposed to be for the household, uh, you know, the things you do, cleaning the bathroom, cleaning the living room, cooking, um, like if you're doing little projects, like putting things together, and it watches you and it will do it for you as you do it. Right now, they have it as this weird thing that connects to your hands, and as you're doing your little project, it's mimicking it, and then it's going to follow it. Um, in the future, they want it to be able to be self like sustaining in doing its own thing, doing what it thinks it should do around the house. Um, but then there's the also dark side that's saying if it mimics things to its perfection, that's the problem they're having. Like it's like if it mimics stuff that you're doing, but tries to perfect it to the point where it's comfortable. And if you're not comfortable, it's like it's kind of doesn't give a shit. It's like, oh, okay, I'm doing this. This is the best way to do it. So basically, if you're sitting there with like a group of people, like a group of friends came over your house, and it's all of a sudden it's like, this is the best time to chop wood, and it starts chopping in front of inside the house or whatever the hell. It's like it's weird, man. That's the only small problem they're having with it. That it tries to like make everything proficient and its own possible way. So that's something that they're working on. The other thing that is being worked on it's this thing that mimics anyone's voice perfectly, and
Wow.
then will create a speech pattern of any information they found on that person, so that you can't tell the difference.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Uh, it's it's called Open Voice at the moment. It was created by developers at MIT, uh, Tsinghua University, and with a Canadian startup called MyShell.
Wow.
So they had already used this thing to copy like grand speeches, things that like in the past, all these different speeches that happen, and then it copied the voice so perfectly that it created that person as someone to speak to, so they can talk to it like it's person, and they'll
Wow.
ask you questions, and it it had already collected the knowledge, all the written information, all about that person, and answers questions as that person.
Oh my God. That it's like it's cool, but no, there's no point.
It's it's something that can be an issue
Yeah, I don't
because,
there's no point.
well, here's yeah, no, there is no point except for bad stuff. Like
Mm-mm.
it can follow up and create your voice, and then somebody can use it as like calling up your parents and be like, "Oh my God, mom, dad, I'm in trouble. I need you to send me this amount of money at this thing, or I'm gonna like they're gonna put me in jail or some stuff like that." So it's like
Yeah.
that's not good. Or it could like somebody really bad can use it for much more nefarious things where it's like, I'm the president of the United States. I'm going to need you to go ahead and do this or launch that.
Yeah.
So and the
Oh, I
fact
think
is,
there's a lot of security measures with that at least. It's more the civilian I feel that's going to be affected.
granted, that might be the case in the future, but at the moment, what security measures is there if somebody like and don't
So
forget
many.
that don't forget that they already have ones that copy a person's face and mannerisms when they speak perfectly. They already have that. So add this onto that, and you pop up on the screen. It's like I'm this. It's me. Like imagine this. Like I'm an AI at the moment. Say
Hmm.
you would not tell the difference because you would see
Yeah.
it would copy all my mannerisms. It would know my hand gestures. It would
Yeah.
know my voice
Why would they even create that? There's no point.
because these people are like hell bent on freaking like just destroying everything
I don't
with their
think so.
stupidity. With their like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. Oh my god, everything's gone. What happened? I don't know.
Is that what happened in your world? I mean, it looks pretty green.
Yeah.
Well, also, before I forget, there is a, um, there actually, they also think that AI is conscious in a whole different way. So, they made an AI, I just realized I forgot to do something. All right, doesn't matter. They made an AI, like almost like remember The Sims,
Yeah.
but it's different because it's not you operating it. It like has independent thinking and it like knows where it is in its own little world and is deciding things for itself in its own world, like who's good for it and things like that. So in that way, they feel AI experts that this AI is conscious and at the level it's at and it's going to continue to progress that it's forget it if it's already what they consider conscious.
So does it know that it's in a simulation in a little world? Or
Oh,
is it like what we're thinking where it's like we're in a simulation? Meanwhile, we're all AI. Yeah.
so what's interesting about what you're saying is that they actually had a bunch of Sims at one point, but not Sims, but it was like that it went through like almost every possibility it could have in terms of what could have happened. And it's like kind of, I think it was in like the Seinfeld room or something like simulation. And then eventually, uh, it started questioning its existence and why it's here. And it was looking the whole time you're watching them, it's like almost from like a point of view of like a camera in the corner of the room, say.
Oh, that's
And,
right.
and like as it's realizing and pondering these questions, it's looking into the camera.
Well, maybe the camera's the sun in that world, and they're like, or the moon, and they're like, oh, my existence. What do I do? And then one of them's gonna come out and be like, "We're a simulation," and they're like, "You're crazy. We're not a simulation. Who could possibly make us?" And then it just gets out of hand, and it just becomes a copy of our world.
This is incredibly interesting to me that they're looking at the camera. You know what I mean? Like at us as they're questioning these things, and it makes me wonder about when we question why we're here and stuff. Are we in an energetic way facing, God or ourselves or our creator? It's very interesting. But it's interesting because between the example I just mentioned and the example prior, um, the one prior, I don't think knows it's in a simulation. I think the second one is starting to. If it already did, they may have shut it down. I don't know, but with us, it's very interesting. I mean, Elon Musk and all of them think Donald Hoffman definitely thinks we're in a simulation. Basically, they think it's like, what is it, like 99% that we're in one? Like it's like more likely than not that we're in one.
It's crazy. I was just thinking, I was like, oh, imagine, but like, I'm trying to wonder if these guys have like, it's like, oh, you just got to believe in our Lord and Savior, Lord and Savior Andrew. Remember Andrew? It's like they have everything we have, but a little bit different. Oh my God,
Um,
that's crazy. Now I'm thinking about it, that is freaking nuts. Because how would we ever know?
so I said, get what you say. I thought you were going to say like Apple. Um, so
No,
wait, you
Andrew's the
said,
guy that's actually like sitting there creating them. It's like having a candy bar. He's like, oh, it'll be funny if I put my own character in this. Ah.
okay, wait, did you say you had another piece of information?
I'm sorry, say it again. I didn't hear you.
You said you had another piece of information too?
No, I didn't. I already told it to you. Like, no.
Guys, leave in the comments. He said he had two pieces of information, right?
Yeah, I said the two.
Robot
Yes. It
and
was the robot, and then it was the open voice.
oh,
Someone doesn't pay attention.
well, who cares about the open voice? That's just a horrible thing. Okay, so yeah, this is horrible. All right, it's no problem. I have more news for you guys. We have more news. Okay, so ChatGPT might be a soul. um, uh,
That's fine.
AI already conscious. Okay, so this is interesting. Um, EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies. Um, I don't know if you remember that a while ago they banned lead paint.
Yes.
Yeah. So interestingly, um, lead paint blocks EMFs.
Yeah, but it has a downfall, killing you.
Okay, sheeple, open
But
your
it's
mind.
true. It's true.
Lead
My
paint is
point.
a problem if you eat it. Can you refrain from eating it?
No,
So
delicious.
I don't know. It all seems a little odd, right? Now we can be reached, you know.
That's crazy. Lead paint? Wasn't Superman not able to look through lead? Did they know?
This is nuts. Also interesting. So yeah, between the lead paint that could have protected us in a way. Also, so I don't know, have you heard of the fluoride stare?
Oh, no.
So fluoride stare, as soon as I read it, I just knew what it was. It's supposedly that stare that if you and I mention to people about aliens or something like that, they automatically go into this dazed stare, which honestly is very condescending. Not many people have it nowadays, thank God, right? But back in the day, it wasn't cool yet. It was actually very like, you know, like, oh my God, aliens, right? Like, right? So they gave you this stare that's like, are you kidding me? And they just daze off and they just kind of, you just get this horrible energy. And that's supposedly a fluoride stare, which means that person's, so fluoride, I don't know if you know that, will clog up your pineal gland. Fluoride and dairy and other things in the water will clog up your pineal gland, which is your third eye, which helps you open your mind to see more of what's there and open your mind to, question things that we should all be sort of questioning, introspection, self-worth, self this, self that, like basically blocks our evolution. Fluoride will make us stay as robots and workers in the world. So the fluoride stare is it's just a term that is given to people that can't talk about things that open their mind. So nowadays it's actually a little more rare because now it's the thing. Ever since 2020, it's like it's cool to maybe talk about these things, thank God. But I started doing this in my early 20s. So
Also, people have been drinking bottled water more than they do tap water. Also, um, basically, people can like if it was from the past, people aren't testing tap water as well back then as they are now, so they could tell the difference in fluoride amount. So maybe they cut back on all these things. They're like, what? We're not brainwashing you.
Um, so now they have actually water filters that are not what we have at all, that are very much better for you, that alkalize the water. That, because it's still very messed up what they're doing in the water. And
But does that remove fluoride? Huh.
it removes fluoride, but it doesn't remove, well, they say it does, but as you know, someone already died from Brita. Like they say these things, but as you know, people are dying. Yeah, that happened last year. I told you that.
What?
Yeah,
You told me somebody died from Brita? We
yeah,
drink from a Brita.
yeah. Well, no, you thought it was better, some cheaper thing like Lita.
No, Brita. Oh, I know what you're talking about. But Brita has like a million lawsuits going on right now.
Yeah, I just said that.
So what I got is not Brita. So you're welcome.
It's worse. It's like Lita.
Listen, Sprita is not bad.
Okay, and look what's on your head.
What?
Your fluoride bar. Okay, you're a fluoridian. Also, in the bottles of water, there are microplastics. Apparently, there are microplastics that make, guys, look what happened to Tommy. Do you want this to happen to you? Okay, this is what happens. Listen, I am just as bad. Oh my God. Because I use Tupperware, which is plastic. The one I use is plastic. So we should all be using glass. My problem with the glass bottles is how the hell are you cleaning these things so well? I like to just drink the bottled water, recycle, or I drink from Brita and wash the glass. But these bottles, like, I don't know. I
Here's the
just
problem.
don't know. That's me.
No matter what you do, the beginning product at the beginning stages of where we get our water from all goes through plastic. Um, at some point, even me with I use a glass bottle. I am still filling it up with a from a plastic uh water filter from like a water cooler. They're still that their water is still in plastic. So we're getting microplastics from literally no like all everywhere. Unless you put your cup directly into a running stream and boil it and drink it yourself. And even then, you could still be getting some microplastics from somewhere down the line. It's impossible. It's impossible to avoid it.
All right, guys. So bless your water before you drink it. Bless your food before you do it. There's a lot with the food now, too. You only get like years ago, you got some nutrition in an apple. Now you get like a sliver of a nutrition that you would have gotten in the 60s or something.
Because everything has sprays and genetically done, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Like in nature, an apple's like I don't know if my hand's disappearing, but yes, it is. All right, there we go. Apple is probably like that big in nature. Meanwhile, we get like an apple that's like the size of a grapefruit, and it's like this is normal.
I know. I'm like, this is wonderful. And I start eating it like Cindy Lou Who. So, guys, what do you guys think? Leave in the comments. Gee, what do you see? I'm not a fan of this AI pin. I finally got used to the fact that there's a cell phone. And I like that it's separate from me. Like, I like that I could put it there. Is it ever that hard for me? Unfortunately, not. But that's why I stay off apps a lot.
Like, here's the problem: is it separate? When was the last time you've been away from it? What's that? When
That's
did
what
you leave it at?
I understand. I'm admitting to that, but that's why I stay off apps a lot. Okay. But It does consume. It's very consuming. I think they make things very addicting, even if you're searching. And I have it on silence almost all the time. That's why, guys, also, if anyone needs to get in contact with us at any point, Soul Spy University Instagram would be the best. Find us on Instagram, seriously. I just feel bad because I have people trying to have sessions with me, and apparently they email me, and I have so many emails. Thank God I deleted what, 25,000 the other day. It's not fun. I'll tell you that. Like out of nowhere, Gmail's like, you're not going to get any more emails. I'm like, I need this for like work. So I like had to go. It's like 9 years ago. Also, Apple, if you're listening, can you stop? Can you stop? Every day it's like 9 years ago, or remember this 6 years ago. I'd rather not. I'd rather not. Who knows what picture it is? Like, who knows? Half the time it's like a gash in my hand that I'm like, do I need stitches? Can someone tell me? Like seriously, do you think do I really need a slideshow Apple made up for me with beautiful music with freaking open wounds? Like, please get them off. Okay, they need to make an app that deletes certain faces. Number one, I think I did that kind of. Okay, but also, yeah, that's the other thing. I invented an app once. Now I'm on one. This is probably the wrong time to be podcasting, but now I'm on one. Okay, because I invented they called it Tipsy Text, but it was a drunk text app that help people not text exes when they're drinking. I mean, I was in my 20s. I also invented the brobe, which is a robe with a built-in bra that clips in the front, and it's like, finally, a robe I can chill in. And it goes for everyone except for skinny men that don't want boobs. Where did that go?
So AI.
I invested everything I had into Davison. Anyone else have this problem? I am worried.
Anyway, so I think that
See that? I heard, okay, this is going to sound even crazier. I don't even know if I can tell you this. I have a very good friend of mine who's a celebrity in the new age world who told me and others, it's public, that they've been to the future and that it's all AI. And that they came back here to prevent it. All right. Anyway, I love this person, so you can't say anything. You can't say anything.
what?
Anyway, so I'm covering AI anyway, prior to her telling me that, because I was born like liking how my room had no technology, liking that, liking that. And when my mom wanted to put a computer in there, oh my God, no. And when even they wanted to put the satellite outside my little window, like I had a little attic room. It was like, you know, I'm not going to make the reference I was going to make, but you know what I was going to make. You know what I was going to make. Anyway, and it's like I liked my energy, my peace, my quiet. Once there's an electronic in a room, you could feel it. You know what I mean?
That's why you got to live off the grid. You got to get rid of all this nonsense. Go somewhere freaking deep, deep where nobody is and live with the animals, live with nature.
People do
And then
that.
probably die within the next 15 years of your life because you're so far away from everybody else. But still, it's
No,
happiness.
people do that. But I did
Yeah,
hear a
I know.
near-death experience that she ate the wrong thing. And she was a person that studied that kind of stuff, like the plants out there and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing. You really have to you really have to know your stuff if you're living in the wild and you're grazing and if you eat the wrong plant or the wrong mushroom, that's that.
Yeah. And guys, we are going to release a podcast on the apocalypse. That's Tommy's newest hobby.
It is my newest hobby.
In that same one, I believe it's that same one. I will be giving you an update on what really happened in Peru, not with the little mummified aliens, but with the face peeling aliens. They didn't sleep for months. I have the real story on what's going on with the villagers. So in that same one, trust me, you're going to want to see it. So make sure to hit that little notification bell so you can see it, or subscribe and be a part of our family. But yeah, we've covered all these stories so much. So check out all our playlists.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, it's 6 minutes left. I say let's keep going a little because we're never with them. It's only once a week. And you
That means
know,
we're always with them.
see what happens, guys. Do you see what happens? Look. All right. Oh my God, a wind. A wind is in our village. Did you
What's up?
know? Did you know you could buy, okay, in Italy, in the village, in little villages in Italy that are underpopulated, you
Okay.
could have a house
Mhm.
and in 2 years it's yours for free.
What?
I want
And
this
how much?
so bad. I want this so bad. But I recently heard from a psychic that Italy is not going to do well this year. Like, don't move to Italy.
Yeah, no, duh. The whole entire, all of Europe right now is not a place to be. It's a
Yeah.
little crazy at the moment. And well, not Europe right now, but like the Middle East. And things they're too close. Everything is too close together. Things are gonna get a little warm over there for everybody. So
It
God
just
bless you
it's
people.
so sad because remember my dream was to live in a little village that like was like covered in nature that like looked like it's from a different time. And it's obviously in like Italy or Scotland or over there, obviously. And like his
Well, those places are gonna be ash soon. So anyway,
oh
uh,
my God. Well, I guess we're covering that in the apocalypse episode, but we have to watch what we say. I'm
so
pro peace. That's what I am.
all right, enough. Uh, we the thing I was gonna say before was with the AI that's a soul that apparently is a soul. I just like I don't understand what his reasoning is behind thinking such a thing because it's not it hasn't been mapped out. Nobody knows what a soul looks like. Everybody knows what DNA looks like, so maybe he
But
meant
here's the
that.
thing. Here's the thing. We can't judge that because we don't know. So for him to say that, maybe he knows something we don't. I'm always open knowing that somebody knows something we don't. You know, I'm smart enough to know that. If you're always going to think all that's out there is only what your mind can concoct, which is only a result of your past, that is the definition of idiocracy. And we all have to break out of it every day.
But I follow the information of not one person but many. Do you know what I mean? If many people say that this thing is a thing, it could be it's most likely a thing.
There
If
are great leaders that were just one person that was the only person at the time and changed the world forever.
that's true, that's true.
There
I
could
just
be many, there could be many, but most tech experts aren't on social media blasting stuff. This guy just happened to tell us.
yeah. It just it's one of those things. It's just like I don't understand. It doesn't fit right. I don't understand.
Yeah, that it doesn't make sense. I understand that it doesn't make sense.
All right, well, that was a good one. Kind of went all over the place there for a second there with your uh thingy, but
Yeah.
still. Also, we have to discuss that friend of yours.
Mm.
Didn't know that. Didn't know that.
Actually, you do know her very, you
No,
know,
no, I know the friend. I just didn't know that information.
I spent the whole week with her. She's my favorite.
All right.
I've interviewed her. She's the alternate reality expert, guys.
All right. Now you're really just pointing her out.
Alternate reality mom. She's amazing. She's amazing. I
Oh my
believe
God, I'm dying.
everything she
Hold on one
says.
second.
Anyway, she has the best place in my heart forever and ever. And if you guys drinking a fluoride, that's what happens. That's what happens. That's what they want to happen to you. Disappearing. I just wish we could play some weird song right now to go with what's happening on the left screen. Or is it you guys is right? I don't know. You guys, leave in the comments what you think about everything, please. Again, if anyone needs to get in contact with me for any reason, whether you want to be on the show, talk about something, have a session, anything, please make sure that you Instagram Soul Spa University. I'm more likely to see that. Oh my goodness. This AI.
Sorry, my chest hurts from coughing so hard.
What's weird is I heard the sound over here, but not there.
Well, it's not that weird.
What is weird is this world and what it's turning into. So, guys, leave in the comments what you think. Be a part of our family. We'd love to have you. And yeah, love you all. You have anything you want to say, Tommy?
I'm good. See you next time, guys. Thank you for
All right.
watching.
Take care. Namaste. It's all going to be way okay. Trust me, if you're worried about anything, we're about to do a whole thing on the apocalypse. You got to check it out. And don't worry, whatever he says, I'm going to calm you down at the end. Even though what he says is going to be really interesting, it's going to be fun, it's going to be funny. Don't worry about it. And so much more to come. You have no idea. Love you all. Namaste.
Bye, guys.
Bye.